There's something I've seen over and over again in corporate offices across the continent. Brilliant people doing meaningful work, building banks, launching platforms, reimagining cities, investing in people. But when it's time to speak, to shape perception, to capture the imagination, something falls flat. Not for lack of excellence, but for lack of story. And that is Africa's storytelling gap. We create value, but we don't always know how to communicate it. We lead with information, but not emotion. We market products, but forget to narrate meaning. And when the story is missing, trust is absent, attention drifts, impact fades. That is why we created the Born Corporate Storytelling Framework and gave you access for free. To name the problem, to give language to the solution, to help African brands, leaders, and institutions speak in a way that the world cannot ignore. We call the framework OTIV, Origin, Transformation, Impact, and Villain. 4 elements, 1 goal, to make your message matter. Origin is not just about where you started, it's about why you began. It's the burden that moved you, the mission that formed you. Because in a world flooded with noise, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When we say origin, we're asking, what problem were you born to solve? What dream did you decide to build? What fire still burns at the center of your brand? The more personal it is, the more powerful it becomes. Next is transformation, the evolution that proves your brand is not static. You're not who you were 10 years ago. You've grown, learned, failed, risen again, and your audience deserves to know that journey. T is for transformation. Transformation stories build credibility. They say we've been through something and we're better for it. In storytelling, change is evidence. Show the journey, show the shift. Then I is for impact. Not what you hope to do, but what you've actually done. It's the lives touched, the businesses scaled, the policies changed, the culture moved forward. Facts don't move hearts, but impact told through story. That moves nations. Stop saying we are innovative. Start showing how your innovation has changed real people's lives. That is impact. That is influence. Finally, every great story needs a villain. No, not a person, a problem, a tension, a force that you exist to defeat. Maybe it's a disconnection. Maybe it's waste, injustice, poverty, noise. Whatever it is, name it. Make it clear. Because stories without villains have no stakes. And if your audience doesn't know what you're fighting against, they won't understand what you stand for. Villains give your story urgency. They give your brand a spine. Africa does not suffer from a scarcity of brilliance. What we often suffer is a failure to communicate that brilliance with emotional clarity. And when our stories go untold, our influence remains invisible. That is why we built the Born Corporate Storytelling Framework, the educational movement where we don't just teach storytelling, we teach leadership through narrative. We train the minds that shapes the messages. We equip Africa's brand custodians, CEOs, CMOs, communication departments to not just say more, but to say it better. Because when Africa tells its story with precision and power, we won't need to beg for attention. The world will lean in and listen. Your story is the most powerful strategy you haven't used yet. Let's change that together.
We love making documentaries at Born Storytelling Agency. Do you need a high-quality video documentary to tell your story? From rural landscapes, high-impact events, corporate boardrooms, and cities in Africa, Born delivers premium stories that resonate with your audience to build brand resonance and equity. We specialize in milestones and anniversary documentaries, product and impact showcase, internal campaigns, talking heads, and explainer videos. From script to final cut, we transform your idea into a visual masterpiece. Are you ready to tell your story with Born? Send us an email on hello@bornstorytellingagency.com or a WhatsApp message to 0707 382 0054. Choose Born for documentary productions. Choose good storytelling.